he comes again, he gets punished again. 3 shots, we took 1600 from him, and he gave up. He bounces on us and jumps in the water. We basically made a tier 9 heavy cry, and I want to finish him off. And I did, and I almost fall down. Hello guys, and today I wanted to make a video about this tier 8 premium heavy tank, German VK7501K. The reason I want to make a video about this is everyone says this tank sucks, and I don't think it sucks because it's a very nice tank for me, okay? Some of you may not agree with me, but there are different opinions, there are different people, and different people like different things. So just, you know, deal with it, okay? This tank is beautiful. Look at this, beautiful beast. This camo looks so good too. Look at this gun, look at this gun. 490 alpha, 226 millimeters of penetration. Reload is long, okay, 14.95, but it's okay. You get 490 alpha, and rest doesn't really matter. Like, it's a heavy tank. What matters is it's slow, and traverse speed is slow, so you have to keep in mind. Side armor is not good, so you only have front. You have to make sure you always you are pointed at your enemy, and you only expose your frontal armor. And I don't want to make this too long. I'm trying to make my videos more entertaining and shorter and more engaging, and I appreciate your feedback, guys. Thank you very much for comments. And on this note, I'm just gonna jump into battle, but I want to tell you, I got this recently. I don't have too many battles. I have ace tanker already 56%, but I already have 16 battles. Out of the 16 battles, I already had a few very decent battles. I did not make 10k, okay? You can't make 10k damage in this, especially shooting standard rounds. But I have average of almost 2k damage, which is not bad, considering only standard rounds. And out of the 16 battles, I already have few decent ones that I want to show you, and I'm gonna show them short ways, briefly, just only highlights to make it to the point. So let's just go and jump into first battle, and this is gonna be my first battle ever in this tank, and let's go from there. There we go, this is my first battle ever, and look at this beast. This not 3D, whatever, camo looks so nice on this one, and it's a beast, but slow beast. Everyone on YouTube, every YouTuber, every community contributor says, just don't get this, oh it sucks, it's just not good. Only reason they are saying this is it is not overpowered, it's not crazy powerful, it's not Burasque, or it's not whatever. But not every tank has to be crazy good, right? Okay, average tanks are good too. I like average tanks. Normal tanks, peculiar, weird, whatever, but I like ones you have to work with, you have to find out the ways you have to play, learn strengths, weaknesses, all that stuff. That's what makes this game interesting for me. If I just can't get into chieftain all the time and load 100% goal and go just kill everyone all the time, it's gonna get boring. On that note, let's just I just tried, but it did not go well, so let's just go and jump into the action when I arrive into the city. And you're slow, so you need to take your time, you need to plan your positioning, know where you are going, this tank is best in a city. And there you go, we arrived on our destination. It took us some time, but it's okay. And so this is how you do side scraping on this tank, right? Okay, 564. Tell me, how is that not satisfying? 564. How is that not satisfying? So main thing is people make a mistake about like how they poke out. You need to do it, see, for 81. You need, and we blocked. So you need to poke out like this, side scraping, but many people make a mistake and they over angle it. So if you angle it a little bit more than you have to, you won't get panned on the side. But you need to just angle it as little as possible. And you need to anticipate where enemies are. You cannot let enemies flank you. So I realized this new tank was pushing up and he just got punished for 505. I do not want to let them flank us because you cannot turn fast. And I did not turn on that side because I knew this guy would come out. He was able to pan us, standard round. Lower plate is not that strong, so he was able to pan us. It's not as strong as the tier 9. But I found this area, this place, so I can hide my side. Because that's what you want to do. Always remember, keep your enemies in front of you. That's the main goal in this tank. You don't want them to flank you. And I'm just trying to hide in this corner, so I have my sides protected. And you need to just be aware of your surroundings, which applies to all tanks, okay? But the traverse speed is very slow on this one, so you need to be careful where you face. And if you use this tank right, you can block a lot. I block quite a lot of shots. Now in this game, I see I received most of them are standard rounds, but still, you can block some premium rounds too. And they were pushing us, a lot of them, but okay, that was a bad shot by me. I guess I was not ready, I was not pre-aimed, but we blocked his shot too. So many people make a mistake and they just poke out sideways, and you can't do that. That is the wrongest way possible to play this tank. Only time you want to poke sideways is when I did on my right side and shot the TA-32, because I knew he was not gonna be ready for me. But in that case, 460, yes, this gun is so satisfying, guys. Come on, you cannot deny it. You can't deny it. And that was it, basically, yeah. 2600 damage. We blocked almost 2200. Nothing's gonna happen, so let's just jump into stats and see what we did. There we go. We made a lot of credits, 156k. We did what? Nothing crazy. For the first game, this is not bad. We did 2600 damage. First by damage, second by experience. We blocked 2190. And we made a lot of credits. We had reserves. And total profit is 116. And pay attention, auto repair of vehicle was only 3687, and we only paid 10,500 for the OZ ammo. And keep in mind, it does 490 alpha damage. And if you keep in mind, if you pay attention to other games where people have full gold loadout and pay attention how much they pay for ammo, it's usually 100, 120, 150,000 credits. And we only spent 10,000, made 116. So that's what it is about. It's a premium tank. We made a lot of credits. Now let's jump into another game. Okay, second battle I want to show you guys is on the same map, but on the other side. And this is after few battles, few unlucky battles, nothing crazy. Then I had this one, and I think this is my best battle, my ace tanker. So let's just go through some highlights on the other side, and obviously I'm gonna go to the city. It's gonna take some time, so let's just jump in the future a little bit. Okay, we arrived in the city, and there are a lot of enemy tanks around here, and there's this T-832 who pushed a little bit too far, and he's gonna get punished. 496. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this gun. I love those shots. And what you have to always keep in mind, you never want to be in a crossfire in this tank. You never want to step in the middle of the enemy. Another beautiful shot. That Alpine Tiger. And the enemy VK 7501 shows us how not to play this tank. See how he's overexposing his side? You don't want to do that. I wasn't able to punish him right now, but he will be punished a little bit later. So this one we already have 1300, only 2 shots, and I'm just trying to make sure the other side does not come in and flank us and have easy side shots at me. So you always beware of your surroundings. In this tank, okay, that I was not fast enough. That is the only time you want to poke out like that from sideways, but only backing up, because your turret is in the back. You don't have to expose that much of your tank when you are pulling out sideways like this. And I already knew that KV5 was not prepared to shoot at me. Another nice shot for 60, and he was backing up, taking cover. That's why I was able to see that VK is that's how you never want to poke. He got lucky again this time, but you never want to poke out like that, sideways and frontally. If you poke out sideways, you need to do it like I did earlier when I shot at the KV5, because I knew he was not ready to shoot me. Other than that, you want to side scrape like this, or just face enemies frontally. Sometimes it's just the best chance you have is just to turn your tank towards the enemy. Here, see, I went in and tried to face him as soon as I could, so he does not get my side, and he did not do any damage. Now I had easier side shot on that Skoda, that's why I went for him. And this VK is stuck, he's slow, there is not much he can do anyway, so Skoda was a better target in that case. Now I'm trying to aim at his commander hatch, which is a weak spot on this one, I forgot to mention earlier. But as you could see, it did not go through for some reason. But what do we have? 2700 damage, which is not much, but there is still more damage to do. And we got pinned by rivalries. And on this one, this is not how you want to go. out, but we are winning and I just want to do as much damage as I can, so that's why I just did not care about taking one shot from the KV5. And such a delicious juicy shot on this Sioux if he lets us. And he did. He drove around like a muppet and exposed his tank again and got 487, which I love. Beautiful shots. And now we are just pushing. Now I'm not being careful, I don't care. There is a very little chance I can get killed, but I just want to do as much damage as I can because we are winning this game. There is still a chance we can use, so you never want to be totally reckless and throw your tank away, because it has happened to all of us. When you're like, oh, we are winning, let me just be aggressive, farm some damage, and you die and then your team loses. Check this snapshot, it was beautiful, and I backed out so he does not get my front shot or side shot, and I got lucky with that snapshot. 483, he wasn't able to shoot back at us because he needed more time to aim. Now I'm trying to, need to be very, very careful. I don't take a lot of time to aim, because if you stop for a long time and start aiming, he's gonna start aiming too. So, and my commander hatch is on the left side, so you need to be careful when you are side scraping on your left side. You need to be more careful. And another snapshot. So I guess we were winning, and RNG said, okay, go ahead, enjoy your game as much as you can. And we did 4200 damage, which is not crazy, but it was a quick game, and this was my best game so far. And some quick snapshots, some nice shots, and let's just go and check our stats real quick. And there we go, we ended up with mastery badge, ace tanker, and some other stuff, and 123k, top by experience, top by damage. And what else did we do? Blocked, no, what did we block? Only 640 this time, not much. Did not pay much for tank, or repair of this tank is also so cheap that you just make credits. Only 12k for ammunition, and we made 106k credits, which is what we care about, and this is without any boosters or anything, so this was good. And let's jump into the next one. Okay, we come to the right side where heavies usually go, and this tank is slow, so crossing here will be a little bit difficult, so I just want to be careful and don't take a lot of damage during crossing. Boom! 563. So delicious, so delicious. I love those shots. I mean, this tank is worth just for that shot. Just for that shot. We're just pushing now because we are winning, and yeah, take it, Ferdinand. 480. And I'm just going, and you just have to, I was just trying to keep my front pointed at him, and I want to really punish this PZ-176. And I was too slow. Then I see that other side is losing, so I decided to go back, make sure they don't cap, and make sure I can defend. I'm just sniping from here at this point because they are exposing themselves, and that was very unfortunate shot. Should have been a penetration. Let's see if we can get another shot, but reload is long, as you can tell. And this time we were able to finish him off, and it was 513. How anyone can dislike this tank? Look at this, 497. Are you kidding me? And our team is capping. Seriously, just reset. Just leave the cap, go back in if you really want to cap. It's 387. It was very low, but it was a bad angle. And we could, 24-40. For a quick battle, I'll take it. Let's go check battle stats. There we go. We have what? Only 79,000 credits because it was very quick and we did not kill them all, which is not as good. Capturing base is not as profitable, so keep that in mind. We are number 3 by experience, and by damage looks like 2400. Not much, but for 5-minute game I guess it's not too bad. 79,000 credits, and we made 69 credits because we only spent 10k credits for everything, which is amazing. So on this note, let's just see another battle. In this battle I want to show you how sturdy this tank can be in defense and how you can hold a position with this tank and actually scare enemies away and stop their push or push enemies slowly. So this is a slow tank, reload is slow, so you need to take a position and just defend it. Or if you're pushing, you need to push slowly, make pressure, and make sure you are not caught in crossfire, because you cannot reposition very quickly, you cannot turn very quick. So you just have to consider weaknesses of this tank, strengths and weaknesses. Here I arrive in the city, which is the best, this tank is best in a city for obvious reasons, but you have to pay attention not be flanked. And in this position I will show you how strong this tank is in a correct situation and when it is actually used correctly. And when I made it here, we were already losing 0-2, now we're losing 2-4. And I realized this guy was going to flank, and then FCM showed up. Because I already anticipated and turned my tank around. Because if I stayed there looking on the right side, they would show up and punish me, putting shots on my side. And now I'm just gonna... Beautiful, 537 guys. So I'm punishing those guys on the right side and also defending this side. And you can really see the strength of this tank here in this moment. And I got hit 503, that was very bad, but he got a big shot back. And he's coming for me, but he really can't push me that much because I am let's see, 539. So I'm stopping their flanking maneuver while also helping on the right side. And we blocked that shot too. And he could have pinned me because I did not have a good angle. I over angled it a little bit, but we got lucky this time. And we lost the other side or something happened. Middle one was unprotected, so light tanks made it through and they flanked. Now it's time for T832. And now I'm angling my tank so he has 0 chance of penetrating me. And we were in a big disadvantage here. another one bites the dust, but I was able to stop them and make sure they did not flank us. And now I just go out because I do not care, and he failed to penetrate me. And we were losing, we were outnumbered here, but we came out victorious because I defended this very well. Unfortunately, we are winning by tanks and everything, but one tank captured the base and we lost. One wheeled vehicle or light tank or whatever. And unfortunately this one was a defeat. If someone came back on time to reset, this would have been a win, but it doesn't matter. Let's go check these stats. Okay, so this is a defeat, but we still made 84k, 84,000 credits. We did very great, and even though we lost, I wanted to show you strengths on this tank in the right position and what it can do. And we did almost 3200 damage, 2 kills, and what else? Blocked 990, not much, but we only spent 15,000 credits and still made 69, even though we lost. So if you have question, does this tank make credits? Yes, it does make credit. Obviously if you don't spend gold. But okay, this one is a quick one, and we did not do good, but I still want to show you. And this one will be how not to play this tank. And I've been telling you to not push into crossfire because you are slow, and if you get flanked and caught from two sides, you're gonna be destroyed very easy. And this is an example of that, and I still want to show you real quick. This is gonna be short. So I'm going on the right side and I'm asking for help, but no one is paying attention, no one is going. So at this point I already know I have to stop here and don't push any farther because I will be flanked and get killed very easy. And yeah, this one was questionable. And I just stopped here, and I don't want to push any farther because you should never do that because you cannot escape. But I waited for a little bit, and I only have that much patience, so at the end I still ended up going in a little bit deeper, which cost, and I made a mistake. Some mistakes were made. And this light tank, I don't know what this guy is doing here. 618. This time you're not gonna get lucky, buddy. How many times you're gonna get lucky and survive this big gun? So he got punished, and then Scorpion showed up, and I should have backed up, but I just pushed, because if enemies come around from down there and from top, I'm done. And this is actually what happened. And I went after that guy, and then another one showed up, and they already saw me and they know I'm alone, and that's it. That's all you can do. And this KV-13 just flanked me. That's it. You can farm me very easily. I loaded HE and put 696, which was very delicious. But that's it. There's not much you can do. And I got killed. Okay, this time we arrived in a fisherman's bay, and this game was not a big deal, not much, but I still want to once again show you the defensive capabilities of this tank. So let's just jump into the city real quick and show you what happened. So here I arrive in the city, and I'm just going ahead to, we are in tier 9, so keep that in mind. And I'm just going ahead to just take some side scraping, shooting position. And not paying attention what's happening behind me or wherever, which is a bad thing. Always check your surroundings, pay attention what's happening. And this guy AMX tells me start withdrawal, and I look around and I realized, okay, so we are alone, and this guy is right, we need to be careful. And I fall back because I do not want to make the same mistake as what I showed you in the previous battle. So I retreat and come back to take a better defensive position, so I'm not just rushed by tier 9s and get killed, because it's gonna be very easy. They have A phase 1, IS-2-2 and T-30, and we are only 2 tier 8 tanks. So in this case I just retreat as farther back as I can, on time, because you're very slow and you need to consider circumstances at this point. And I just sit back and wait if the city pushes, and we need to just defend this area as best as we can. And we just wait here and take a side scraping position right here in a bush. But eventually they actually pushed in. So eventually we are winning, they are losing, so A phase 1 IS-2 decided to finally push. Because they got bored, they did not have anything to do in the city, they waited, and then you can see aimed at the lower plate and 580. You can see how hard a tier 9 got punished, and he has 0 chance of penetrating. And I had to make a very slight move. I did not have to expose. And again, I can go out, take side scraping position. Another punching shot, 483. He has 0 chance of hitting and penetrating. We created some big wall here that he has no chance of going through us here. He comes again, he gets punished again. 3 shots, we took 1600 from him, and he gave up. He bounces on us and jumps in the water. We basically made a tier 9 heavy cry, and I want to finish him off. And I did, and I almost fall down, and I managed to go back up. This was funny. So not much here. We only punished the 1 tank, but still made 80,000 credits, 1700 damage, all to that A phase 1. 4 shots, 4 pants. We took all of his HP. Only spent 4,200, still made for a 57k 5-minute battle. But this is what we had to do. We need to defend this city, and this is what we did, and it worked out. So on this one I want to show you again defensive capabilities on this tank one more time, and I guess you see the pattern and you see the function of this tank. It's a defensive line, and if you attack, it's a slow push. But yeah, those 2 shots were bad on the defender. I wasn't able to help too much on that side, so I moved on this side and found this light tank, which got punished. And as you could see, I turned my tank towards him, because you always want to point your tank towards your enemies. This type of tanks that have very strong front armor, not very strong, but on this one it's kind of strong front armor, and sides are weak and flat. It's very easy to over-angle your tank and get pinned easily. So I went over on this side. I was not able to help too much to my team, so I tried to get a very good defensive position, so when they come in I have a chance of stopping them because I am the only one left on this side. So they could easily come in and kill me and cap it. And I'm gonna block some damage here, and I'm gonna just stall them to let my team to actually win the other side. And it's gonna be the goal in this battle for us, and you will see. And I'm asking for help because I need someone to provide some support from base, let's say, so they are in a crossfire. And thankfully T-103 tank destroyer is coming, and that one I got pained in my lower plate because I overexposed it, I guess. And then they are shooting from below, so it will be very easy to penetrate my lower plate, so that's why I'm trying to hide it. And then I finally move down here to try and just last for a longer period. We blocked again, and we're at 1600 damage blocked already. And I just want to point my gun towards him, that's it. And then here I shoot SU-152 because he has a very high damage. And I'm just trying to block as much damage as I can. And take out this SU. And that one will low rolled a lot. And we did not take out that SU. And then finally I got killed. But it was enough to stop them for a long time and then get support from artillery and T-103. And then it was enough to win this game. And this was another display of its defensive capabilities and how you can just stop the enemy. And then this was the win. And I'm just not gonna show entire game. And let's go just check the stats. So what do we have here? Again, we did not do that much if we look at the damage, but we technically contributed a lot to winning this game, and we got 104k credits, which is very nice. And even though we only have 1900 damage, it's under 2k, we are second by experience. And we did 1900 and 920 damage blocked, and we also did 1164 assistance because we got those guys killed and those who were just attacking, and we made 64k credits still, so it wasn't that bad. And let's jump to the next one. Next one will be, if anyone is still watching because it's gonna get too long, next one will be pretty short, and the last one. Okay, this is gonna be our final battle that I want to show you today, because just keep in mind, if you're still watching, I appreciate it because I know it's getting long, but just keep in mind I have only played 16 battles in this tank, and I already showed few of the good ones. So if you consider that, you can see that it's not a bad tank if you know how to play. And this one is the last one, and I wanted to show this one specifically because it started very bad, and I want to show you that. And it is a very open map and very big map. It's not good for this tank for obvious reasons. And I'm like, okay, what can we do here? I guess I'm just gonna and I got spotted already, and I was thinking maybe I should go to the hill, but even though it's gonna take me 5 minutes, but I got spotted, so now I moved back so I don't get hit. And then I think, okay, I should not be spotted anymore. And then Burask is pushing very aggressively on the left side, and I take the blind shot. Maybe someone was there, the EU does. And then Burask, and I'm like, maybe he's gonna poke and I can take a shot, and he puts a big shot, 2 shots into me. That means I was still spotted, so, and I lost half of my hit points. And I'm like, okay, screw this. Let's see, where did he ping? It's weird, I can't even see it. Probably side, because I did not have a good angle. And here I'm like, screw this game is over for me. What can I do? But you know, never give up. As I always say, never give up. So we still managed to make this a good game. And let's see how. Let's just jump into in the future a little bit. So I came forward and decided to play like a TD and check that shot. Just check that shot. How well was it pre-aimed? So I decided to just stay here for now and just play like a TD because there is not too many options for us. And punish that TD 477. Low roll, but even low roll is a pretty decent one. And for now we don't have too many options, so we took 2 shots, very nice ones. And I'm just pointing my gun to my hull towards them, so even if I get spotted and this light bulb is stuck. Replay bug. And I just wait for my opportunities. Now I decide that it's time to push because they don't have too many enemies left close enough to punish me from sides. So I decided to push to this light in the middle, and I found a scorpion. I was able to punish him back 530. And he got killed, and there is no one around, no one is close enough to kill me, I hope, because and this light tank just cannot escape me. He has no chance. 533 and he's done, and now there are not too many enemies, so we already have almost 2k damage, even though we started very bad in this video. And I just want to do a little bit more damage, just take any chances I can, and check that shot. 426 at that distance, so this gun works sometimes. And you'll see when 90 starts capturing the base, which I don't really see a need for it. There are 2 tanks left, we can take them out. They are dangerous tanks, they have HP, but they are out, so... Check that shot. Check that shot. That was a lower plate shot at this distance. And we are using standard round as always, 226mm of penetration. And I wanted to do more damage, but we already made almost 3k damage, even though we started very bad. And I asked ELC to reset, just leave the cup once so we have a chance to kill him. But he does not reset, so this is the game over. And that's all we have on this map. We got 97,000 credits. And we are top by damage, even on this open map. And such a bad start. We are not top by XP, but top by damage. And what else did we do? Not much. We did most of the damage. So we had 6 hits and 6 penetrations. 5 of them were at distance of more than 300 meters, which was pretty good. And that's it for now. It's already getting long, and I showed you a few of the good games, and this is only out of 16 games. Keep in mind, I only played 16 games, all of them only standard rounds, and I still had a few of these good games to showcase some of the strengths of these tanks. So all of this considered, tell me down in the comments if you still think this this tank is bad. If you don't agree and still think this tank sucks and it's not bad, you know, for you, okay, it's your opinion, but this is my opinion. I like it, and I think it's not as bad as most YouTubers say, and they just don't like it because it's not some kind of OP or very good tank. Not every tank has to be OP and crazy good. You know, it's okay to be average player or have average tank and still make it work. That's what's interesting for me about this game. And on this note, see you guys next time, and consider like and subscribe. Thanks, bye.